Conversations on changing policing are happening countrywide tonight following the guilty verdict in the murder of George Floyd.
And just moments ago, St. Louis's new mayor told News 4 there are now talks of merging some city and county public safety services.
We are actively looking at ways where we can combine our services where it comes to public safety, be that through contracts, be that through maybe 911 services. I think that the possibilities are endless because this type of collaboration and cooperation hasn't existed in our region for many, many years.
We'll have more on those merger talks tonight at 10 o'clock. In the meantime, the major focus of police reform is bringing St. Louis back into view, more specifically Ferguson. That's where News 4's Russell Kinsall is tonight, examining the changes that remain in motion.
Yeah, an investigation into the wake of Michael Brown's death in 2014 found discriminatory practices here at the Ferguson Police Department and led to a consent decree with the federal government requiring a number of comprehensive changes here. Well, now they're in their 5th year of that consent decree, and the now very diverse Ferguson Police Department has made a number of those reforms.
That small city sets an example with everything that it does and has done, and so absolutely Ferguson is an example.
Wesley Bell is the St. Louis County prosecuting attorney, but in 2015 he was elected to the Ferguson City Council and appointed to the team to negotiate the consent decree with the Justice Department.
Ferguson had one of the more comprehensive consent decrees, and so Ferguson's was very broad in the things that it covered.
Here are some of the reforms mandated by the consent decree. The city of Ferguson has almost completed all reforms to its municipal court system. Officers are getting training in bias-free policing, and officers have started getting crisis intervention training. Here's Wesley Bell's advice for Minneapolis.
This is going to be time-consuming, and it's going to be detailed, it's going to be thorough, and you need to come in with an open mind.
An outside consultant reviewed the St. Louis City and County Police Departments and is helping implement recommended changes. County Councilman and former County Police Chief Tim Fitch told me outside advice can be good. He's also a policing consultant.
And I can tell you this, I've done more than 50 of those type of assessments, and there's no perfect police department out there.
A consultant called Teneo has made recommendations on policy and procedures, but Fitch said there are limitations to reforms.
What I saw in there mostly are things that I think we've all thought of before and thought were good ideas. It just, you were stopped by money and staffing issues, and that's common in any police department.
Yeah, and cost is an issue here in Ferguson. It's a small department with a small budget, so making those changes takes time. It's taking longer here because they can't afford to do it all at once. But on the flip side, when they do get the money in the budget for certain types of training, then they can get everybody trained and up to speed on the new policies and procedures even quicker than a large department. Live in Ferguson, Russell Kinsall, News 4.